The shipwreck is never found till it wants to be found, but when you find it, it's never where it's supposed to be.
There was something unique in his writing. My father didn't want a detective, he didn't want a spy. You know, he wanted to focus on adventure, and everything revolved around the sea. My name's Dirk Cussler. I'm an author, president of NUMA, and the son of Clive Cussler.
I think he knew every shipwreck in the world. You could come up with a name of anything and he'd tell you all the history of it, just like that. My name is Ralph Wilbanks. I'm an underwater archaeologist. I'm on the NUMA board of directors, friend and confidant of Clive Cussler.
With over 100 million books in print, Clive Cussler is the grand master of shipwreck tales and adventure.
He always liked adventure. He always sought adventure. Our family vacations weren't camping in the woods. They were going to search for shipwrecks.
And he had this ability to stick to it. I mean, he just never wanted to give up on finding something.
It's taken a long time and we haven't found it yet, but we don't want to give up.
Yeah, he had a great sense of discipline, no doubt. Remember when he'd show up for an expedition? He always carried an old leather satchel. He'd have all his charts and calipers and pencils in there. And then, of course, he'd have his DOXA watch.
I mean, I've read all the Dirk Pitt books and the DOXA watches are there. How did all this get started?
Well, back in the 1960s, my father was working in a dive shop. The owners were so pleased with the work that he'd done, and as a thank you, gave him a dive watch. It was an orange-faced sub 300T DOXA. He wore it proudly for years and years and years. So when he started writing, he wasn't the only one who wore that watch, but Dirk Pitt soon wore that watch in the books. Iceberg here is the second Dirk Pitt adventure, and it was the first appearance of a DOXA dive watch. As he sank deeper and deeper, the light diminished and the visibility shortened. He checked his two vital references. The depth gauge read 90 feet, and the orange dial on the DOXA diving watch notified him that he'd been down 2 minutes. Dirk Pitt carries that watch as a tool for him working underwater that is an important element of him saving the world as it is.
I remember in 1994, we were coming into the marina where we were tying up, and this guy on the dock goes, "Hey, are you Clive Cussler?" He goes, "Yeah." He said, "How did you know?" He said, "I saw your orange-faced DOXA. I figured it was you." That's kind of one thing Clive, I think, never really understood is what he meant to the diving community. I mean, they're all reading Clive Cussler books.
Of course. He leaves a huge legacy, certainly in the literary world, and it means a lot to me knowing I have, a watch that he wore as well.
Well, this is the new Clive Cussler Sub 300T. It's a watch to commemorate Clive on the back. It has all of the names of the shipwrecks we found, but it still has all the features that DOXA is known for. The one-way ratcheting bezel, no decompression limits. Great looking watch, and certainly for a great guy.